Okay, this is another trial at streaming on multiple platforms, especially on Twitter, which didn't work last time. So I'm going to start right now and we're going to see how it goes. It should be fine. In the end, we're going to see whether I can see the streams everywhere. Yeah, I think it's fine. I think it's fine right now. So let me just check. As a reminder, that's the very first stream session where I'm going to trade perps on Hyperliquid, trying to go from 1K somewhere up. We'll see how far we can go or whether we get liquidated very fast. That will be fine. We can always try with another account. The idea here is to trade perps, especially scalp. Momentum plays. I'm going to show you the rules here that I'm going to have. Basically, this is what we have here. It seems like everything is working fine right now on Twitter, so that's pretty cool. Let me check also other places. Twitch is working fine as well. We can go with Kick and see whether that's working. Yep, seems like that's working as well. And then there's YouTube, which should be working without any problems as well. So if that's the thing, then I think we're fine. And I'm going to basically go on with the explaining the rules and also showing you what's going to happen next. So let me just see whether YouTube is also working fine. But I guess if everything is working fine, YouTube should be working fine as well. And I think it's we're good to go. Yeah, super happy about the setup because that took me a little bit to set up everything. So we're live on YouTube, Twitter, Kick, and Twitch, which is pretty crazy, 4 platforms at the same time. This is the trading crypto futures stream. This is the rules going from 1,000 to 10,000, maybe to 100,000 and beyond. We're going to see whether we can hit something much higher. Of course, going to $1 million is pretty unrealistic. We have to say that 1,000xing your money, especially with those kind of bets, but nothing is impossible, especially in the long term. So we're going to go use that. Basically, this is the kind of strategies that I want to have a look at and basically start trading. So we're going to scalp, meaning mean reversion trades. So for example, right now that was a good moment for scalping. I closed it because I closed the stream, but basically the idea was here to sell when it was going down and then buy just a little bit later. Those usually works pretty well, especially also those kind of dips when you have deep dive here and you're able to catch this thing, then usually it works. Of course, you have to put tight stop losses in order to really make money there because it can go much lower, but this is what we'll be going to go in. Jumping in on breakouts, pair trading. We're going to look at some pairs and also bigger spreads, so not only pairs but a couple of currencies. So for example, you can short ETH and long, for example, Pepe plus ENA. That would be one example of some kind of a bigger spread. Of course, trailing stop loss to target steady growth. We don't want to blow the account very fast, so we have to make some rules for that. And of course, the categories, well, basically it's everything available on Hyperliquid. So we have a bunch of that. We're going to be trading mostly on Hyperliquid. If I blow the account or if we make more money, then probably I'm using multiple exchanges for multiple strategies at the same time, and maybe one will be for longer term holds. I'm also thinking about Extended and Lighter. Those are the 2 exchanges that have right now points programs, and that's pretty cool because you usually get paid for trading perps, and especially if you have any kind of strategy which is maybe even delta neutral or something slightly positive, then you're going to be up bigly when it comes to the airdrop. Of course, these airdrops coming from Lighter or Extended won't be anywhere near Hyperliquid airdrop, which was the biggest airdrop of all time, but it still might be pretty interesting. So for example, for Extended, I think the calculations right now are around that they're going to pay you the amount of points that you get is I think 1,000 points per 1 million volume. If I yeah, if I get that right, and 1,000 points, well, basically 1 point should be $1. So you get about $1,000 per 1 million volume. Of course, you have to take into account different fees that you're getting, so it's not entirely free stuff. But I think this is pretty cool, and this is definitely what we'll be looking at. So that's already cool. Lighter is similar, but lighter is much harder to get points. They don't really pay for volume. You have to do something tricky in order to get points. I don't know what exactly. I've been trying to farm a lighter a little bit, but I'm getting like a couple of points per week maybe. And really that doesn't depend on the volume, because I was trying to do like crazy volume and nothing, and I did like something like $1,000 volume for a week, and that got much better points than 1 million volume. So it's really hard to say what's going to happen. But I think those are the things. So we're trying to farm the airdrops. Also, Hyperliquid is supposed to have the next kind of airdrop. Also, I think 30% of the Hyperliquid treasure right now will go to the airdrop for the next season. So no one knows where that's going to happen. I think they want to prolong that session, and I think that's smart. But we're going to farm it. So probably trading is still the best tactics here. But of course, Hyperliquid is much larger than just Hyperliquid exchange. You have also the blockchain itself. There are different protocols, so that might be interesting. So yeah, we're going to trade everything, but apart from majors, I have this kind of categories that I'm looking at. So you have majors, and in the majors category, I'm looking at Hype, Sol, ETH, BTC. I could probably go outside of that and basically also talk about BNB, Cardano, stuff like that. But those four are probably the things that I feel the best with. Memes, I really like memes, and meme coins, especially on leverage, are super crazy, especially if you want to go after crazy gains, because this is the most volatile category. And if you want to have a crazy growth, then probably there's nothing better than having 10x leverage on Fartcoin or something similar. Of course, this is the fastest way to ruin your account as well. And I have to underline that nothing here will be financial advice. Crypto is risky, and you can lose your capital, which might be you might probably see in this streams. So I wanted to talk about that. So yeah. Also, I'm a huge fan of different L1s, L2s like Sui, Bera, Apt, Aptos, Say, Sonic, Cardano. I mentioned that already. We're also going to look at different ecosystem plays. So Kaito for InfoFi and Virtual for AI ecosystems. We're going to look at some of the DeFi plays like Aave, Sky, Maker. This is all going cool. But basically, we're going to chase momentum and this is a different kind of mean reversion trades because ideally, I want to have everything already posted during the stream, so I don't want to leave with anything overnight, at least not for now. We're going to just trade and scalp during the trading sessions. So ideal scenario is at least one weekly session of trading, maybe 2 times. We're going to see how it works. Usually also it's a good time when there's a more volatility, or if I spot something interesting and I just wanted to trade, because otherwise if we're going to just chop around, it's going to be much harder, especially right now with Bitcoin. I don't really know whether we're going to go much higher or much lower, and it might be not really good to do that intraday session. So what I would actually look for is, for example, we had this yesterday, we have this FOMC meeting. There was huge volatility, Bitcoin went down quite a lot, and that took some of the odds together, and there was this nice dip and then recovery, which means also that some of the other tokens recovered pretty nicely as well. And you could see, for example, things like Pump doing 17%, Anna going another 11%. So especially if you put 10x leverage, that's basically 2xing your account. Of course, if you're degenerate enough to put the whole thing. I'm not going to do that. I'm a huge fan of Kelly criterion, where depending on computations or like volatility and a couple of other indicators, you should probably bet something between 5 to 20% at a maximum, and this percentage of single bet depends really on a couple of other parameters, but this 5 to 10% will be my guideline here. So I don't want to bet more than, a lot in order to not blow up the whole thing. But who knows? If there's a good opportunity, like we're going to see some crazy kind of dip, and then I want to go the reversion trade, then maybe I'm just going to, you know, go all in on Bitcoin or Ethereum with some crazy leverage to do it. So yeah, those are the rules. This is what we're going to trade. I think this is going to be pretty interesting. Also, I'm going to share the thoughts. If you have any ideas that you have yourself, then definitely share them in the chat. I should also figure out how to add the chat later on, so you'll be able to see all the comments, because I think it's going to be also interesting to integrate all the chats. I think that's possible to do somehow. So you should have like one big chat from all the different platforms, because otherwise it's going to be a mess in order to really see everything here. So we're going to see how it goes. Yeah, thank you for watching. That's going to be the first stream. If you want to use Hyperliquid platform, of course, use my referral code PC Crypto. This is super easy to remember. The same for extended. You're going to get some discount of the fees of the platform. Thank you for watching. Subscribe to all the channels and see you in the next streaming session. So we're going to finish that. Let me see whether I can do that.